to the Law and Justice Committee.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Members of the committee, Roger Goodman from the 45th District, Chair of the Community Safety Committee in the House. This bill is a missing piece from the broad police accountability measures we passed a couple of years ago. This is actually from the implementation of Senate Bill 5051, which is Senator Peterson's bill, and I had the House companion. The Criminal Justice Training Commission in the fall of 2021 announced that they weren't going to be training any of the limited law enforcement agency new personnel. There are 5 limited law enforcement agencies: Office of the Insurance Commissioner, Liquor and Cannabis Board, the Gambling Commission, Department of Natural Resources and State Parks. And needless to say, they were disturbed by that, and so we got digging into what do we need to do to make sure that these new recruits for these limited law enforcement agencies are trained. We also discovered that these limited law enforcement officers are not certified, and that aroused some concern because we want to make sure that any law enforcement officer who carries a firearm and is able to use force is subject to the state accountability structure that we established under the CJTC, so that certified officers can be investigated and hearings can be held and sanctions can be imposed. So we made a deal. The idea is that each of these law enforcement, limited law enforcement agencies, their officers will be trained and certified and therefore subject to the accountability measures that we put in place. So that's the missing piece. All law enforcement officers who are able to use force will be subject to potential accountability for misconduct. So I think all the parties have agreed to this, and